Friends, thank you for watching my channel. I just want to remind you, if you need wallpaper, go to www.wallpaperboulevard.com. Tell them Spencer sent you. In fact, if you use my hashtag, Spencer Colgan is wallpaper, they'll be sure to give you a 10% off at your checkout. No matter how much you order, they have a wide selection of wallpaper. Check it out. Tell them I said hello and enjoy your discount. Hey, this is Spencer Colgan from Spencer Colgan is Wallpaper. Remove wallpaper buckles and wrinkles. How do you like the wallpaper? It's elegant stuff, right? But what happens when this happens? What's that caused by? Well, any professional wallpaper installer knows that when you go around windows and/or doors, you tend to come up with a situation. You see, this is thick wallpaper. You come up with a situation where the wallpaper that's coming off of the header, we call that a header. When it comes down to here, if this is not straight up here, then in order to make this part straight, which is what I did, it's very simple. If you take this and move it over, you're creating a displacement of material. You necessarily move it up, and what happens? It has nowhere to go on the wall, so it comes out. Now you might be saying, but Spencer, you created that problem. Actually, I'm reinstalling wallpaper that suffered damage due to a leak. Okay, this was installed behind me several months ago. And then this right here, I just installed today, this sheet here. Now, we're working with a pattern that I could easily overlap and just cut right through. As a wallpaper installer, you figure out all the tricks. You'd never notice if I just overlapped it and cut right through it up there. You'd never notice. But for the sake of the video, I'm playing by the rules. How do you get rid of this? Well, depending on what you're working with, if you got this in grass cloth, you got to take it off. It's got to be perfectly plumb. There's no stretching grass cloth. If you decide to roll over this with your smoother when you're doing grass cloth, you just made as a significant wrinkle in your wallpaper as you would in your shirt if you were to iron it and go over a wrinkle with your hot iron and compress it. You know the wrinkle that I'm talking about on your shirt. If I do this here with this, I'm going to do the same damage. With grass cloth, I'm going to do the same damage. You might not cause as much damage with a thinner wallpaper that's principally paper. You might tear right through it, but you got to be careful with this stuff. So let me show you what I would do to get rid of this. You can see the tension on the plumb line that this is causing. See that? Why is that separate? Because this is sending tension up this way and pulling away from it. Okay? I can simply get rid of this if I pull this up and overlap this onto this. But what if you perfectly met up over here? Let's say this is a window. You're good here, you're good at the footer, under the window, but you got this going on. Don't push it this way. Don't push it toward your next sheet, because your next sheet's gonna be off. Here's what I want you to do. Watch this. Diagonally from the horizontal line. So this is horizontal, right? This is this is horizontal, this is vertical, and this is perpendicular, right? So horizontal to the wrinkle. I want you to press down and up. Share the wrinkle up and down, above and below. This way you'll reduce it to half the size. See, I just pulled it out a little, halfway this way, halfway that way. Now, don't you agree? This is half the size of what was. Keep going. Now, we're cheating. We're stretching the wall covering. So I've committed some crimes in my life before. What can I tell you? But after you do it, you're gonna be happy. Because after you do it, you're gonna get rid of that wrinkle. And you'll be very happy you watched the video and didn't send the wrinkle that way. Because here's what's gonna happen. This will result in two problems if you push it this way. This is plumb right now. But what you'll have after you push the wrinkle this way is this. And the next sheet that's supposed to meet up like this, but is being called to do one of these, you'll have gaps. And I do mean gaps with an S. Secondly, you're gonna have a situation where the pattern will not meet up. That line should be 3/16 inch of an inch, 3/16 off here, 3/16 off here, an 1/8 here, a 1/16 here, then it'll recover down here. You don't want that. You want to be a pro. So now we go up. Now that our wallpaper has relaxed, and that is an official name for what's happening up here, it's relaxed, we join our seams together and we nail down this sheet. Okay? And afterwards, we can celebrate with a high five. Did you ever have to high five yourself? Oh yeah, I did all the time. Now, the result is that instead of hanging wallpaper on the wall, your customer might think that you're off the wall if he or she should find you high-fiving yourself after you do a great job. You get the picture. You join the seam, you're stretching the paper. Okay? And you make them match. Now, last tip. Last tip. Okay? No, I got two more tips. The second to last is this. Come back to your paper, because sometimes when you stretch wallpaper, she likes to go back into place. Nice and gentle. With what kind of a smoother, Spencer? One that's in each, at least an 1/8 of an inch thick. Okay? You don't want the thin one. If you use thin one to do what I'm doing in this video, you'll go right through it. You don't want a thin one. Get those buckles out. Get those buckles out and join that seam. Okay? Okay? How's that look? You don't want to be using one like this. This is too thin. Look at the difference between the two. This one is thick. That one is thin. Thick, thin. This will not tear your wallpaper open. This will. So you want to use this one because you want to be rough when it comes to this. So this one, the wallpaper will tolerate this rather than this. Now, the last tip I want to give you is, you see that little button below that says thumbs up? I want you to hit that. And then you see the little button that says subscribe. Hold on, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Hit the subscribe button. Oh, lastly, you see the little bell at the top? Oh yeah, right at the top. Hit that all bell, ALL, because then you'll get all my subsequent videos. Okay? If you don't hit the all button, subscribing does nothing. Thanks for watching my video. How do you like this? Don't you love wallpaper? So do I. See you on the next one.